Buongiorno.
All right, let's give it another try. We're going to introduce the teams before we get started. Representing your hometown Tucson Saddle Tramps, it's number 106, Mad Hater. Number 11, Daddy. Number 16, Scrappy McNasty. Number 25, Lana Del Slay. 311, Cashmere. 3381, it's Hella Naughty. Number 420, Pariah Carey. 434, Mona Handful. Number 505, Cherry Pop Her. 5599, Ionic Storm. Number 68, Heidi Fox It Up. Number 717, Mystery Meat. Number 808, Purple Raina. Number 84, Jaws Break Her. And the captain of your hometown Tucson Saddle Tramps, Emma Skeletor.
And skating for the Happy Valley Derby Darlings, the Molly Morbids. Number 0, Omegadiv. 1-2, Cookie. 131, Kickin' Assets. 2113, Pearl of the Scars. 223, Valkyrie Vixen. Number 418, Mooner. 503, Hypnotic Therapy. 521, Gypsy Wiper Out. 590, Agent Orange. Number 700, Triple X. 8, Sookie Slap House. 801, Orange Crusher. 831, Busy Hummingbird. And 84, Wham Bam Julianne, captain of the team. Number 428, Olivia Wildchild.
Oh my gosh.
All right, I knew we had to get the rosters out before that chant. They got me yesterday.
That is a great chant, and yes, you better be done talking before they start it.
All right, we're getting ready for Day 2, Game 2 of Dust Devil 2019. Tucson coming into the weekend ranked number 49 in the world, according to WFTDA rankings. Happy Valley number 66. So again, great seeding by the tournament crew here, getting nice and close.
Yeah, this should be a great game, a close game. Looks like Mad Hater jamming for Tucson and Suki for Happy Valley.
Suki.
And there we go. Lead jammer goes to Happy Valley right off the bat. Suki free and clear looking to score.
Suki reapproaching at turn number 1. Mad Haters cycled out of bounds and recycled back to the entire defense.
Yeah, nice hit there by Cookie from Happy Valley.
Looks like we're going to go ahead and have one Tucson pivot in the box and a track cut called on the track. Let's see who's coming back. And that looks like Suki, so it's going to be a power jam Tucson and a 2-minute jam to get going. And pack set up between turn number 1 and 2 on the curve. Pushing forward. Mad Hater trying to clear initial. That Happy Valley defense just mashed up on the line. And a forearm penalty called. Is going to go ahead and send a Tucson blocker to the box. There we go. Star pass is legal. That looks like Ionic Storm.
Yep, Ionic Storm gets the star and gets out of the pack ready to score.
Now, yesterday's game, I heard Ionic Storm's name a lot on the star passes, so it's definitely a strategy you can tell Tucson's implementing this season. Suki comes out, 4 points on the board, Happy Valley.
Yeah, it's great if you've got a pivot who likes to take that star and can do something with it once they get it. Definitely the case with Ionic Storm.
Suki reapproaching, getting more points, got one more set of hips to pass. That's good. 4 more on the board.
Yeah, big swing and a miss by Mad Hater at the front of the engagement zone.
Boatjammers reapproaching, Ionic Storm knocked out of bounds and recycled back there again. Nice hop on the inside curve here. Suki puts up 4 more. That's the jam.
Oh well.
So that looks like a 12-4 jam in favor of Happy Valley. Happy Valley skating in the white with pink and black trim. Tucson in black with gold.
Looks like Hypnotic Therapy out there jamming for Happy Valley and Hella Naughty for Tucson. And lead jammer right away goes to Hella Naughty for Tucson.
Naughty checking the third base coaching.
Didn't seem to get much. Passed on by.
So we're going to go ahead and lose the Happy Valley pivot to the box. Hella Naughty's putting points up, calls off the jam. 4 points, Tucson, 1 point up, Happy Valley.
Yeah, Happy Valley able to squeak out 1 point right at the end of the 4 whistles.
That's kind of play you're happy to see if you're Hypnotic Therapy. Didn't have lead, still approached, put pressure to call off the jam, and a point on the board for a little icing on the cake.
Just a little something for the effort.
On the jammer line, Jaws Breaker and Valkyrie Vixen.
And there we go, Valkyrie lead jammer for Happy Valley.
Valkyrie coming around, Pack picking up full speed. That usually means something, but I'm not going to say it right now because we are in-house. So all blockers coming around. Turn number 3. Val's knocked out of bounds, calls the jam, 1 point. So in the first bout of the day, we saw a lot of 2-minute long jams, a lot of running long. This one's your much more along with strategy that's kind of in the meta right now in Derby. Real quick, get the points as fast as you can, get off the track.
Yeah, that's how it's starting out. We'll have to see if it stays that way. Looks like Pariah Carey out there jamming for Tucson, Suki for Happy Valley.
Pariah Carey taking an outside position. Suki trying the hop on the straightaway, just knocked out of bounds and recycled back by Kashmir.
Nice work up front by Happy Valley. No room at all for Pariah Carey. She works the outside and gets it. Lead jammer, Pariah Carey for Tucson.
Pew, pew. And Suki got a little bit of offensive help by Omega coming out of the penalty box, but Suki knocked out of bounds again, recycle back a bit.
Yeah, Mystery Meat dumped Suki on the outside. Suki is having a rough ride out there.
Pariah Carey stretching the white jerseys forward, having to drop a block. And it looks like a forearm penalty called against Suki, so Suki's headed to the penalty box.
Oh, wow. No.
And it's going to be a second also. Pariah takes advantage. 1 minute power jam. 4 points on the board.
Yeah, bad news for Happy Valley. Their jammer in the box.
Pariah Carey reapproaching in turn number 3. All the blockers doing work. Plenty of offensive help. Back block called, sending Kashmir to the box. Pariah Carey still working. Lane 4's closed up. Lane 1. Tucson taking a more passive offensive position.
Yeah, Pariah working on her own up there against a trio of Happy Valley blockers. Now Mystery Meat joins in to give some O.
Mystery Meat with a nice double move there. Hit the blocker and then shoved Pariah. Problem for Pariah is another blocker set up in front. Pile up on the turn. Pariah looks back, sees the jammer standing, calls the jam. 4 points on the board.
Yeah, that's a heads-up move by Pariah Carey. It looks like the Happy Valley jammer will start in the penalty box. So a brief power jam opportunity as Tucson sends Mona Handful to the line. And it looks like we've got an official timeout happening on the track.
So with this official timeout, want to remind everybody in-house, got a nice crowd here for the second game today. Get your raffle tickets, 2 RollerCon MVP passes, the crown jewel and the gold standard in roller derby. You've got, what is it? I can't remember, it's killing me. I think it's 6 tracks or 14 tracks and 6 rule sets. It's big.
More derby than you can handle, that's for sure.
Plus, not to mention, it's lovely Las Vegas, Nevada.
Yeah, always a great destination.
Especially when the pool is 24 hours. I thank you. It's nice to hit the pool when it's only 120 degrees at 4 in the morning instead of 108.
All right, teams are back on the track. Our official timeout comes to an end. And it looks like a pivot line start on Throwback Saturday.
Mona Handful approaching. Lane 3 closes up. Got a multiplayer block called against Happy Valley. And that's going to be lead for Happy Valley. Wow. Good hit on the backside straightaway. So Suki's out. Suki did get lead coming out of the box. So Happy Valley has control of the clock.
Yeah, both jammers free and clear looking to score.
Pack moving. Pack's done a full lap at this point. Suki coming around turn 1 into turn 2. Calls the jam.
And a big hit there at the last minute.
But good for 1 point.
And great news, everybody, the ref is okay.
So I know we talk about a hockey stop in Derby.
Mm-hmm.
Slamming into the plexiglass is usually not what we're looking for.
Right. That's not the kind of hockey stop we're talking about.
Glad to see everybody got up okay, though. Safety gear did its job. We're all good.
All right, Scrappy McNasty jamming for Tucson. Looks like a mooner for Happy Valley. And Scrappy takes that outside line, lead jammer.
I love calling the team when the home team is playing because they're going to tell us lead before the ref does. Scrappy knocked out of bounds, coming in for points. Recycled back about 30 feet. Big hit on the jam line. Looks like that's going to be a back block called against the Happy Valley defender coming back.
That's rough. You come out of the penalty box, you go back to the penalty box.
That was a rough one for Kicking Assets there, coming full speed out of the box, trying to get in there for defense, and just kablam. Scrappy's working against the backside of the Happy Valley tripod. Scrappy saw it, called it off, calls off the jam. So it did look like actually Mooner had released, was going to start scoring points. 3 points up for the Saddle Tramps.
Yeah, 19-15 on the scoreboard in the early going of this matchup.
Mad Hater, Hypnotic Therapy on the jam line.
Two Tucson skaters in the penalty box, and it looks like still one from Happy Valley. And there we go, Hypnotic Therapy, lead jammer.
Happy Valley has definitely practiced that play more than a few times. They had a 3-2 pack advantage, set up perfectly on the inside line. Lane 4, almost lane 3, was wide open on the sweep.
Yeah, nice work, great teamwork and planning by Happy Valley.
Happy Valley's rewarded with 4 points for Hypnotic Therapy. 2 blockers back on the track, and all right, Mad Hater got out of the pack, was coming around looking to score. Hypnotic didn't like it, called off the jam. 2 points for the white jerseys from Happy Valley.
Yeah, heads up play there by the Happy Valley jammer. Derby hugs. Derby hugs. All right, looks like Valkyrie jamming for Happy Valley. Hella Naughty out there for Tucson.
Got 80 wheels on the track. Everybody's out of the RollerCon penalty box. Don't want to tell the skaters that, though. Hella Naughty with a great toe-stop hop right on turn on lane 4. Picks up lead.
Yeah, both jammers looking to score here. It is close down there as they come into the backstretch. And Hella Naughty decides to call it off. Great pressure applied there by Happy Valley to force it.
It's a great full-speed scrum there with the pack. Started to drop some blockers. Hella Naughty dropped to the rear position. Made sure no points went up for anybody. On the jam line, Busy Hummingbird for the first time versus... That looks like Jaws Breaker. Nice. There's another pivot line start, it looks like.
Yeah, penalty box is clear. And there it is right away. Happy Valley gets lead.
Busy Hummingbird, lead jammer. Everybody's masked over on turn 2. Jaws fighting one more blocker, just knocked out of bounds at the last second by Cookie. Although it looks like Cookie's going to go ahead and take 30 seconds in the penalty box.
Think it over. And
Busy
there
comes through, calls the jam. And on the jammer line, we're seeing 4 Happy Valley in white, number 418 Mooner, and in black and gold from Tucson, Pariah Carey on the jammer line. So it looks like 1 blocker each in the box, so we're going to have a 3-on-3 pack. Dueling jammers, dueling packs, dueling fan bases right now with their chance. Tucson holding the backside toward the jam line. The tripod just left and right. Happy Valley's tripod doing the exact same thing closer to the pivot line.
Yeah, neither jammer getting much help from their teammates at this point.
Mooner had to take. Mooner took a fall with a Tucson blocker. Pariah Carey knocked out of bounds, but Mooner comes through, picks up lead.
Yeah, hard going up there up front, but Mooner manages to get through. Wow.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice 1 foot skate by Mooner.
Yeah, Mooner able to keep her balance on that inside line.
It's one of those, as an announcer, you're kind of scared. You see one skate up in the air, and you know there's a blocker looking.
Yeah.
Mooner able to avoid it, puts 2 up for Happy Valley.
If we can see it, they can see it.
Hypnocket Therapy versus Scrappy McNasty.
Penalty box is empty as we start the jam. The team's coming back towards that jammer line. Here we go.
Tucson leaving a little offensive help. I believe that's Mystery Meat up on the front side to help Scrappy. Hypnocket working against the remaining 3 Tucson blockers. Scrappy McNasty knocked out of bounds, recycled back behind the whole set of blockers. And that's going to give Hypnocket Therapy lead jammer.
Yeah, again, Happy Valley doing a great job getting their jammers out first here in the early going.
Hypnocket with an outside-inside juke. Went from the outside trying to draw the tripod. Ended up hitting right in the middle of the tripod. Coming back, nice recycle. Lana Del Slay with the knockout and probably, a 60, 70-foot cycle back?
Yeah, we are running in reverse here.
Scrappy McNasty knocked out. Looks like Sookie out there as blocker. Running Scrappy back.
Yeah, great job by the trio at the back of the pack.
Offensive help to the front. Out of plays called. No pack. Hypnocket's able to put up 4 points.
Looks like we've got a star pass completed by Tucson Mystery Meat. Now your jammer.
Hypnocket checks the clock, checks the blockers, calls it off. 3 more points. So after that was almost a 2-minute jam. We're looking at 36 Molly Morbids, 21 Saddle Tramps.
And again, like we said earlier, a bit more of a traditional get your points and call it off kind of an approach here in the early going. But I kind of like those long jams. Those were fun.
I know the skaters don't, but that's all right. On the jammer line, Valkyrie versus Mona Handful. Oh, monster hit. Mona had the inside line, was just at the last second met. I believe that's Pearl of the Scars with the hit.
Yeah, big heads-up play there by the Happy Valley blocker.
Star falls off of Mona's helmet, picks it back up. And that's going to go ahead and get lead, Happy Valley.
Well, looks like Emma being sent to the penalty box for Tucson. We've got an advantage for Happy Valley.
Heard the whistle and 1 word. So it looks like everybody's still going to be out.
Never mind.
4 points on the board, Happy Valley.
Mind.
Valkyrie reapproach it, looking for more points. Here picks up the pack on turn 2. 1 more blocker. Actually, not a blocker.
Yeah, once again, they did the star pass over there to Ionic Storm, but a little too late as the jam comes to an end.
Busy's back on the line. Helenati's back on the line. Penalty box, we got 1 Tucson blocker. And we're off. Helenati with just a little bit of a tap to put Busy into the Tucson defense.
Tucson back at full strength.
Busy Hummingbird coming out, picks up lead.
Yeah, Helenati having a tough time in turn 1.
Helenati looks like called for a track cut. This is going to be a power jam. Happy Valley.
And the Tucson Pivot Mystery Meat going to the box as well. Looks like the table is set for Busy Hummingbird. Oh, wait a minute. I spoke too soon. We've got a cutting penalty on Busy. The Happy Valley jammer sent to the penalty box.
So we've got a jammer swap to bring Hella back out, but that means we've got a 2-minute jam.
Hella working on the outside there in turn number 2.
Nice friendly work by the blockers there, set up in the rear position. Tucson's blockers did. Came forward, worked to get Hella a little bit of help. The Happy Valley blockers just able to keep enough together, though, to make sure Hella doesn't release. Busy's back on the track. One more just knocked out of bounds by Cherry Popper. Cherry Popper not able to get the cycle, the run back quite as far as she would have liked. Busy's out. 4 points on the board.
Looks like a high block penalty being called. Number 700 Triple X.
Split pack. Tucson's dropped a blocker. No packs called, but it reforms fast enough. Helinati pushing on the tripod.
Yeah, that tripod about at a standstill there. Helinati trying for the outside.
And that's 2 minutes. And there's the rolling whistle.
Apparently everything has been sorted out to satisfaction. Suki and Mad Hater, your jammers. Here we go.
Suki taking a rear position right behind Mad Hater. Hater went with lane 2, just a little bit on the inside center. Suki decided to take the inside, hoped it was open. It wasn't. Suki's recycled back. Both jammers still in the pack. Suki pushing. There's lead. Happy Valley.
Looks like Mad Hater completes that star pass, however. Go figure, it's Ionic Storm.
A common statement lately. Suki coming in for points. Gets the points, gets the transition, calls it off. 4 points. But Ionic Storm's able to put 3 up for the Saddle Tramp.
Wow, hard work there by the Tucson pivot turn jammer, Ionic Storm, salvaging 3 points.
Loving seeing the jamming. So far, the tournament's been very good. This morning, this being the second bout, we've seen a lot of jammers just not giving up on the play at all and getting those last-second points.
Yeah, they're skating through the 4 whistles, and it is paying off.
On the jammer line, Mooner. Jawsbreaker.
What's that?
Mooner working the outside line. Jaws working inside to outside.
And there you go. Jawsbreaker sneaks through for lead jammer.
Dun-dun. Dun-dun. Mystery Meat looks like headed to the box. One more for Mooner. Mooner's out. That's initial pass.
Yeah, wisely calling off the jam. Jawsbreaker. We got ourselves 54-24 on the scoreboard here.
Happy Valley very proud of that there. Saw a whole lot of fists in the air. Solidarity with the referees. 0 points on the board for either team. On the jammer line, Hypnotic Therapy versus Mona Handful.
It's like one Tucson skater in the penalty box. It's their pivot.
All kinds of motion and shifting by the blockers.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting. Skaters coming off the track and back on. But we've got lead jammer for Happy Valley.
Mona's trying to push the defense. Pack's moving around turn 2. See, a high block's going to send a Happy Valley blocker to the box. Mystery Meat's back on the track. Knockett's got 4 points. Knockett's pass 2. Calls the jam, takes the word from the bench, and able to put up 2 points, but Tucson able to put 1 point up.
Yeah, Mona Handful, understandably happy about her job on that, salvaging a point in that jam.
Up 2 points for Tucson.
Nice.
1 not on the track point. Valkyrie versus Pariah Carey. Tucson rolling their tripod back toward the jam line. Happy Valley leaving a bridge and tripod toward the pivot.
Pariah Carey forced to the back of the pack, tried for that inside line. It was not available. Oh, hold on a minute. Happy Valley's jammer is going to the penalty box on a forearm call.
Power jam and lead jam. Pariah Carey for Tucson.
I love it when they do that.
Pariah Carey with a bit of a tap coming out of turn 4. You wonder, is that more of an intimidation or a motivation for yourself?
It's kind of like when Fred Flintstone would start the car. Get those feet moving.
Pariah pushing the front side. Tucson holding passive defense. Tripod on a bridge. Happy Valley dropping a bridge. Pushing. No pack called. Everybody's in place fast enough.
Whoa.
Apex jump.
Barth, what do you got?
Oh, buckle up on this one.
All right.
So the call on the track was Mystery Meat was called for a leaping block against the Happy Valley jammer who had leapt the apex. Happy Valley was asking to have, or excuse me, Tucson was asking to have that reversed so that there would be a leaping penalty against Happy Valley's jammer.
Got it.
What the refs found was that Mystery Meat did have feet on the track. Happy Valley's jammer had feet on the track at the same time, so there was no leaping penalty. So against the jammer, so the penalty will stand against Tucson, and the official review will not be retained.
Gotcha. All right.
So it was a complicated one, and you could see that was why it took a while there. But it's nice to see the call was correct the first time around.
Yeah, no, nice job out there by our skating officials to get that one right. That was a bang-bang play. Good job, refs.
That's exactly what I was going to say was a bang-bang. Good move by Tucson. You've got to review that every time.
Absolutely. No, that's a good chance, but doesn't work out.
And we are back to live play. Suki versus Scrappy McNasty. Oh, Suki almost with a highlight jump on the straightaway. Ionic Storm took it away with a highlight block on the straightaway.
Highlight after highlight.
Suki says, that's fine. I'll just take it on turn 1. Picks up lead for Happy Valley.
All right, 60-30 on the scoreboard in favor of the Molly Morbids. That's the first time I've noticed that's the name.
Some really good mascots this tournament. 4 points on the board, Happy Valley.
And the whistles are sounding over there in turn number 2. We've got, looks like a blocker from each team headed to the box.
Suki coming out, used a good speed play to get past some of the blockers, does a hit to get past the other. And we've got a star pass for Tucson, Mystery Meat the jammer.
Nice work there. Mystery Meat makes her way through a very spread out Happy Valley pack. And it is a abbreviated pack, only 2 blockers left on the track. And there's the call off.
Suki takes the hop, was trying to get the 4 points, calls off the jam. 3 points on the board for Happy Valley. So able to hold Tucson to only 4 points on that jam. So that puts us with just over 5 minutes left in the first half. The Molly Morbids of Happy Valley, 71. Saddle Tramps of Tucson, 34. On the jammer line in white and pink, Busy Hummingbird in black and gold for Tucson. Helenati jamming. Busy comes out, picks up lead. That's the kind of play you really like to see your jammer pull off. Tucson had a pack advantage, 3-2 with blockers. Busy still able to pick up lead, control the clock.
Yeah, nice teamwork there. And Busy with the hands on the hips, calling off the jam. And keeping Tucson off the scoreboard, I believe.
Little victory dance by Busy there on the 4 points. Pariah Carey versus Mooner on the jam line.
418 and 420.
How about we just call it in the middle and meet at 419?
That's it. Split the difference. Looks like 1 blocker in the penalty box for Happy Valley.
Blocker is standing, got some coaching from the line, so I can tell you what's going to come up. Mooner comes through, picks up lead.
How many is that? That's got to be a lot. Okay.
Brian knocked out of bounds, recycle back from the defense. Mooner approaches the front side of the Tucson blockers. Some offensive help coming. Looks like an illegal position penalty called. Going to send a Happy Valley blocker to the box. Likewise, a direction penalty, against Tucson blockers. So we've got 3-3 blockers. Mooner's trying to work against the 3 Tucson defenders. Got some offensive help. Here comes Pariah. That's good for initial pass. Saddle Trams. Mooner got put to the track on right before turn 1. Called off the jam. 2 more points on the board. On the jammer line, Jaws Breaker, Hypnotic Therapy. Going to start with 1 blocker each in the box. So we've got 3 versus 3 in the blocking setup.
Yep. Happy Valley up there near the pivot line, but they changed their mind. And here we go.
Lateral movements by Hypnotic Therapy, trying to break up the Tucson tripod that's staying right in front. Helinati just trying to use a power move, pushing the tripod forward. Pushed him enough, tried to use a spin out. No luck so far.
Uh-oh, Happy Valley being called for a high block. So they'll be down a blocker.
Hypnotic Therapy knocked out of bounds, recycled back to almost the jam line. Helinati, lead jammer Tucson. Excuse me, not Helinati, my mistake. Jaws Breaker.
Jaws Breaker. You didn't see the fin?
Dun-dun.
The music is a dead giveaway.
Jaws calls off the jam. Let's see what happens. No points, Tucson. Happy Valley picks up 3 on the call. It's a hard one when you're on that curve there. Jaws had coming out of curve 3, turn 3 into the curve so fast. Called it off at the right time. The problem was everybody was the outside, inside lane was open for 3.
All right, back on the line for Tucson. It's Helinati going up against Suki for Happy Valley.
I knew Helinati was coming up. Just would prefer to call when she's actually on the track. Picks up lead, Tucson.
Nice work by Tucson, giving Helinati that inside line. Suki having a hard time at the front of the engagement zone. Oh, those blockers go out of play. They've got to let her go.
Suki taking advantage of the out of play bridging that left only 1 blocker in front. She was able to come to the inside. Calls the jam. Helinati puts 4 points up.
Wow, Helinati like a wrecking ball out there. Nice work by Tucson on that jam.
Lovely little home field advantage there. Wasn't the bench, wasn't the third base coach. It was the whole place telling Helinati to call it. So taking the coaching very well. Pariah Carey versus, I believe that's Valkyrie's back out. Great to see.
Yeah, Valkyrie was that skater who went down a little earlier in the game. Looks like she's all right.
Tucson tripod setting him toward the rear position. Happy Valley on the forward, holding Pariah Carey. Valkyrie shoving one down.
Yeah, Valkyrie knocking that tripod apart. Uh-oh.
Yep.
Valkyrie headed to the penalty box. Some sort of illegal contact penalty.
Something you don't see often on a jammer. Yeah. Pariah still working. If I'm not mistaken, lead is still open.
I believe you're right.
Probably shouldn't say that on the in-house. But yeah. Yep, that
you
was.
Were right. Trust your instincts, kid. Trust your instincts. Pariah Carey, 420 free and clear.
Good resilience by Pariah there. It was about a 40-second there. Still fought to get the L.
Yeah, that was a tough initial pass for sure.
Pariah working inside line. Happy Valley tripod with 1 set up. Tucson tripod just not moving. So Valkyrie says, fine, I'll just split the middle and take it. With Valkyrie in scoring position, Pariah calls off the jam. 2 points. Saddle Trams. Ask me first. You might kick me off on Facebook. Just kidding.
Hi. All right, the teams are back on the track. It looks like we are ready to get started with the second half of today's game between Happy Valley and the hometown Tucson Saddle Tramps.
Coming out of the intermission, we're looking at 40 points Saddle Tramps, 80 points Molly Morbids. Here we go.
Looks like 420 Pariah Carey out there jamming for Tucson.
Up against Hypnotic Therapy for Happy Valley. Again, if you're watching, and Pariah Carey picks up lead for Tucson. If you're watching at home, remember Tucson is in the black with gold, Happy Valley in white with pink. Inside, Mystery Meat giving some offensive help. Pariah Carey comes through, 4 points.
And it is a great start for Tucson, trailing on the scoreboard. They're looking for a way to flip the switch and turn this thing around. And a great first jam by Pariah Carey to get things started.
So something went in the locker room at halftime here, and it looks like it's working on the track. Knock It got out of the pack, was coming for points, but just at the last moment, Pariah is able to call it off. 3 more on the board. That's 7 for Tucson.
Nicely done.
Pew, pew. So that puts Pariah comfortably as the top scorer. 23 out of 47 points for Tucson are Pariah Carey's. But trying to do a little bit of work itself is Jaws Breaker, up against Suki.
Jaws Breaker and Suki, your jammers.
Suki pushing the front side. One more Tucson blocker. Out of play, lead jammer, Happy Valley. Dun-dun. Dun-dun. Here comes Suki approaching. Happy Valley blockers on the back. Suki picks up points, calls off the jam. 1 point on the board.
Yep, a 1-0 jam out there.
Good pressure by Jaws to force the call off.
Yeah, she was working hard at the back of the pack.
Absolutely. Hella Naughty versus Busy Hummingbird. Nope, change that. Hypnotic Therapy. Not quite the VRDL put 3 jammers on the line move, but it was still a good one to catch me off guard.
That is so complicated for me.
Reasons to not do lineup tracking anymore. And we're off. Helenati approaching the front side with some offensive help. Hypnotic working against the remaining Tucson defenders in the back.
Yeah, Helenati trying to split that tripod up. Not much luck. She's got Mystery Meat up there to give her some help on offense.
Great moves by the Tucson blockers. There we go. Hypnotic, though, picks it up. Happy Valley, or Tucson had to do some work there. What's caused them some trouble earlier is Happy Valley takes the back and ends up pushing all the blockers into each other. But in that case, almost worked out that way. Knockett working on points. Helenati still working on initial. Some offensive help. Springs Helenati. Helenati does stay inbounds. Able to just got caught at the last moment. Triple Lex for Happy Valley. Gets the hit, but goes to the box. 4 points on the board. Knockett.
Yeah, Helenati got knocked out of bounds. Lex able to stay inbounds and earn that track cut.
Pack's picking up speed, trying to stay in front of Knockett. Knockett's going to move outside, lane 3, lane 4. So a multiplayer block going to go ahead and send a Tucson blocker to the box while Knockett calls the jam, and it looks like 2.
Yeah, I think there's an insubordination coming in along with that one for Slaya. Yeah, Happy Valley's got a pack advantage as well with an extra blocker out there, and they're going to have it for a full minute.
Happy Valley setting up a little bit of a pinch move on the Tucson tripod. Tucson now sending another blocker to the box. So Suki's going to try to take advantage, picks up lead.
Yeah, Tucson in a tough spot, trailing by a fairly large margin on the scoreboard, and now penalty trouble.
Helenati back on the track as jammer trying to pick up some points. Suki's coming through with some offensive help by O-Negative. 4 points on the board. Happy Valley. Hop, skip, great footwork by Helinati.
Yeah, beautiful work there, making her way through the last couple of blockers.
You know, it's a good play when the two announcers get ready. We're right there on that. Looks like a direction penalty is going to send the blocker to the box. 4 points on the board for Happy Valley in white. So we've got 2 pivots headed to the box. Helinati was looked like debating the call off, but didn't end up doing it. 4 more points on the board. And 4 on the board for Tucson. Yeah, that explains why Helinati wasn't able to call it off. Can't do it when you're not lead.
Well, you can, but you get in trouble.
Silky trying some lateral movement. Big hit on that straightaway.
Wow.
Just held there, Silky by emasculator. Good move by Helinati. Helinati knocked out on the curve. Wasn't exactly sure where the blockers were on the cut, on the move. So to avoid the cut, yielded position.
Yeah,
4
better
points.
safe than sorry on that one. And there it is, the end of the jam.
Good 2-minute jam.
Yeah, it's a 16-12 jam in favor of Happy Valley. Yep.
On the jammer line, Busy Hummingbird versus Pariah Carey. So again, we've got a pack advantage for Tucson, 4-3. Pariah Carey running up the center, picks up lead.
That was kind of a solo project for Pariah Carey, single-handedly makes her way through.
So that puts Pariah at 5 for 7 leads as Tucson jammer. Busy comes out. Everybody's in scoring position. Back block's going to go ahead and send Happy Valley's pivot to the box. And a forearm's going to send Happy Valley. So Tucson going to try to take advantage of a 2-blocker advantage on the next jam because Pariah calls this one off.
Yeah, nice work there. They get a fresh jammer out there with a 2-blocker advantage to start.
So with Tucson down 63 to 105 with over about 22 and a half minutes left, Tucson sends out Daddy for the first time as jammer. Try to take advantage of the pack advantage, 4-2.
Yeah, Daddy came up through the ranks in Tucson's junior roller derby league. And a lot of experience for a young skater, and there it is. Lead jammer goes to Daddy.
I love juniors moving up. That hip move was flawless. Ionic Storm's headed to the box with a penalty, also with an equipment problem, though. One point on the board. So a little bit of chatting between the refs and the coaching staff. I think we saw what this was. I think we have an idea. Timeout's called by Happy Valley, so everything kind of settles down a bit. So it looks like, yes, Happy Valley's going to lose that point. That was called. What Ionic Storm was called on the penalty, the front truck of one of the skates popped off. So Ionic removed herself from the track, so was awarded the point. The jammer was awarded the point, but because it's an equipment issue, no point. Didn't pass anybody legally on the track.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to let Tucson substitute for her in the penalty box with that broken skate. So Mystery Meat doing the time, but Mystery Meat did not do the crime. Just doing the time.
All right. Mystery Meat's like, don't put that on my number. I didn't do this one. Earlier, I don't remember who the player was. One of the Happy Valley blockers got called on a penalty, and you always hear it in our heads. Literally heard the blocker say, worth it, head of the box. It was a great play. On the jammer line, Jaws Breaker, Suki.
All right, so plenty of room out there with all these blockers in the box, and Jaws Breaker takes advantage. Lead jammer for Tucson.
And it's a power jam, Saddle Tramps.
Wow, this is exactly what the doctor ordered.
Tucson blockers stopping the pack to make sure that the Happy Valley blockers couldn't run away anymore.
Yeah, they want to try and string this thing out and give some room for their jammer. Jaws Breaker working at the front.
Man, Happy Valley's defenders, though, just able to reform constantly in front.
Yeah, so solid.
Tucson's got a blocker in the back. Pack is in the back. Mystery Meat out of the penalty box. Big hit to Spring. 4 points on the board.
Wow, big hit out there by Lex. Puts Jaws Breaker to the outside.
Jaws with the lane 4 back into the center. Okay, that was a beautiful little apex hop. I was careful because I heard a penalty whistle. Suki with a great side hop. Approaches the pack, but jam is called off. 3 points, Saddle Tramps. That's exactly what you want to see if you're a Tucson fan.
Yeah, nice turn of events there. If you're a Tucson Saddle Tramp fan, we got about 20 minutes to go here in the second half. Still plenty of time.
Pariah Carey, Mooner on the jammer line.
Tucson's going to enjoy a quick pack advantage to start. Let's see if Pariah Carey can capitalize on it.
Wow, wow. Oh, just the last second. So Pariah Carey thought lane 1 was open enough for the apex hop. It wasn't. Pariah was knocked down, thought the blocker came out. They didn't. Pariah's headed to the box. Power jam, Happy Valley.
Yeah, she was going for it. It didn't pay off that time.
It's another one. You take the shot. That was just right there. Mooner's on the inside line, into the inside.
Ooh. Big hit out there by Mystery Meat. Putting the Happy Valley jammer down on the ground.
Nice catch by Purple Reina. Eventually just pushed out of play. Lead jammer, Happy Valley.
Yeah, Emma and Reina doing some tag team blocking at the front of the pack.
Pariah stretching. Mooner just knocked out of bounds, recycled back.
And looks like we've got a star pass to Mystery Meat.
Yep, Mooner saw Mystery Meat coming. The blockers were calling for it. Calls off the jam. 4 points. Happy Valley.
All smiles on the Tucson Saddle Tramps as they head to the bench.
Man, this speed is picked up since halftime. Whew. On the jammer line, Daddy versus Hypnocket Therapy.
Yeah, Tucson changing things up a little bit here in the second half with their jammer rotation. Daddy getting another chance.
Same move, worked again. 1 foot leans, shoulders go to the inside, foot goes to the outside. Lead jammer, Tucson.
Daddy hit to the outside, getting pulled back and calls off the jam. That is a veteran play out of a very young skater.
Man. And looks like we've got another skate problem. So somebody's got 2 wheels on one of their skates. Man, that move by Daddy, just the second time we've seen it so clearly. So 1 point on the board for Tucson there after all. And Jaws versus Suki.
Penalty box is clear to start the jam. Everybody's up on the pivot line.
Great hit takes. Suki just took the shoulder hit, knocked down just a bit. Didn't lose momentum though. Pops back up. Jammer Pop-Tart picks up lead.
Yeah, they are one tough player.
Forearm penalty is going to send a Happy Valley blocker to the box.
Jaws Breaker struggling up at the front of this engagement zone. 2 Happy Valley blockers holding her back.
Nice side brace move.
Here comes Emma to give her some offense, and they are strung out in front. And it looks like Jaws Breaker makes it through for that initial pass.
This is a great move by Emasculator to spring. Jaws able to put the pressure on. Jam gets called off. 4 points, Happy Valley. Whew.
Buckle up, everybody. 113 to 75 on the scoreboard in favor of Happy Valley.
On the jammer line, Busy Hummingbird versus Pariah Carey. Busy enjoying a little of the AC/DC on the house music. Here we go. Busy worked the inside line, drew the blockers, trying the outside line. Lead jammer, Happy Valley.
Yeah, again, Happy Valley dominating that lead jammer status as of late.
Pariah working against the Happy Valley defense, pushed down at turn number 2. Coming into the straightaway. Ooh. Little hop. Busy puts up 4 points. Pariah still working against the Happy Valley defenders. The tripod comes to the front, picks up a 4th blocker.
Yeah, no help for Pariah at the front.
Busy working against all 4 Tucson blockers at the moment. Pivot floats back for some offensive help just at the last second. Busy knocked out of bounds. Pariah.
Pariah looking like she wants to do some defensive jamming here.
I like the little thought process. You can see it there. Pariah came back, reached for the star cover, and then acted as a 5th blocker. Coming on the curve, we saw a penalty. It was just enough to spring Busy. 4 points on the board.
Yeah, meanwhile, Mystery Meat's got the star now, a successful star pass by Tucson. So they're trying to get around up there in turn 1.
The star pass was good to Mystery Meat, but the catch by the Happy Valley defenders was also as good. They were able to put the brace 2 right in front. Mystery Meat is sprung, though. Clears initial pass.
Yeah, Triple Lex headed off to the penalty box. So a little more room out there for Mystery Meat. And there it is, the end of the jam, 4-0 in favor of Happy Valley.
K to the bench.
Would you like my microphone?
All right, seriously, I'm not going to tick off Hella Naughty. She just scared the heck out of me. On the jammer line, Daddy versus Valkyrie. Timeout called, Tucson. All right, so on the timeout, Tucson sent out a coach to go ahead, call the timeout. Timeout's called, then go to have a chat with the refs. So a little bit of a huddle. Everybody having a chat, kind of seeing what they're going to do with the last almost 14 minutes in the game. Looking at Happy Valley 125 versus Tucson 75.
I'm bad at math, but I know that that is 50 points.
I noticed there's a 3rd digit on one of the teams.
All right, yeah. Coach Judo Nomi out there pleading her case with the referees.
And after this bout, we're going to have our second juniors bout of the tournament. You'd mentioned Daddy before was I don't like to say age up, but a former player for the Saddle Brats.
Correct.
Now playing for the Saddle Tramps. So in the next game, it is going to be the Saddle Brats of Tucson against Sin City's junior team coming down.
Yeah, Daddy and Ionic Storm played in the Tucson Junior League as well. So a couple representing our junior program here in Tucson.
It's a great sign for a league when you've got the juniors coming up, as well as a good B team, which the Saddle Tramps you're seeing here. A lot of changes last season, bringing in now. But on the jam now, coming through. Everybody's at about turn 2, coming into turn 3. No lead yet. There it is, Happy Valley.
Yep, Valkyrie gets lead jammer.
Saw it while it happened, was waiting to see it. Yep, sure enough, Emasculator called on a double forearm penalty and then came non-derby direction on the track. So that's going to be 2 penalties. And a call off by Valkyrie. No points on the last pass.
Huh. Well, Happy Valley with a significant lead. They go ahead and call off that jam. They're going to start with a blocker advantage. With Emma from Tucson in the penalty box for a full minute.
Looks like Suki versus Helinati on the jammer line. Suki with the inside line, just caught at the last moment. I'm going to say it, we've said it all day. Big hit, mystery meat.
Get used to it.
Lead Tucson and a monster hit on the way out.
Yeah, she is favoring that shoulder. Helinati took a big shot coming out of the pack.
And power jam, Tucson.
Suki headed to the box for Happy Valley. It's a big break for Tucson, and they need it.
Helinati takes the inside line on the curve, puts the shoulder just enough to push the last blocker into the track, takes the line, puts 4 points on the board. Coming around straight away, Helinati just able to avoid.
Yeah, she got set out, pops back in.
Cookie for Happy Valley putting in work as a blocker.
Wow, nice job drawing back the Tucson jammer. Naughty looking to the bench, decides to continue on with the jam. She is our lead jammer.
Suki's out of the box, has the star in hand, but still looking on initial. Inside, outside, offensive help by Cookie. There goes Suki.
Cookie and Suki, nice work.
Forearm penalty is going to go ahead and send Orange Crusher to the box, and that's the jam. 4 points on the board. Nice little 8-point jam for Tucson, 8-0.
Yeah, still about 11 minutes in this game. Enough time to close the gap, but they're going to have some more jams like that.
Jaws versus Mooner on the line. Pack advantage of one blocker in Tucson's favor. Full motion pack. Everybody's already at turn 2. Backside straightaway. Outside line is open. Mooner's going to take that all day long. Picks up lead. Multiplayer blocks going to go ahead and send a Happy Valley blocker to the box. Ooh, that was a full speed jam.
All out.
1 more point on the board, Happy Valley. So at the end of that jam, 1-0. Looks like Hypnotic Therapy versus Daddy. Daddy taking the inside line to go ahead and meet. Mystery Meat was working on some early offense. Daddy knocked out of bounds, recycled back behind the blockers.
Yeah, Daddy tried that same move she did the first couple times. It was well scouted by Happy Valley.
First time bat on me, second time not going to happen. There we go, Hypnotic Therapy at turn 2, able to push forward, picks up lead. Happy Valley blockers in the back, Tucson's in the front, here we go. Jam called off, 2 points put up. Happy Valley. On the jammer line, everybody's on the track. We've got Pariah Carey versus Busy Hummingbird.
That Busy takes things so seriously, it's weird.
It's always scary when we actually get the jammer's attention, unless you hear 5 seconds afterwards. Busy comes through. The music did it, pushed forward, picks up lead, but knocked out afterwards. Recycled back by Ionic Storm.
Yeah, so Busy in control of this jam as lead jammer. Oh boy.
Not only that, power jam. Happy Valley, Pariah Carey headed to the box. Busy pushing forward. 4 points on the board, I believe. No, that was still the initial.
Yep, she got vacuumed into the back of the pack with lead status.
That's a great move by Tucson there. Couldn't get the lead, but able to hold off enough. A head block called.
You don't hear that one a lot.
Happy Valley holding back into a passive position until Busy cycled back behind the blockers. There we go, outside line. Busy able to push the Tucson blockers into a pinch. Able to spring for points. Pariah's back on the track. Inside line, split. We've got blockers everywhere. Star pass is good. Ionic Storm. Now Jammer.
Yeah, tough going out there for the Tucson Jammer. Decides to get rid of the star, but no time to really make anything happen.
Good timing by Busy calling off the jam there. Ionic was probably about 12 feet outside of the pack and full head of steam.
Yeah, an 8-0 jam there for the Molly Morbids.
You know this one.
I love that name.
On the jammer line, Valkyrie versus Helenati.
And it's great to see Valkyrie back on the track after that injury earlier. And here we go.
So a split pack called there. Happy Valley's block pivot had come back. Destruction called, so that's going to send one to the box, but Valkyrie's not too worried about that. Val picks up lead.
Wow. Happy Valley getting the job done on these initial passes. They've gotten lead 7 out of the last 8 jams.
And with that, 4 points on the board. Jam is called off.
So basically, I'm just going to repeat all the cool stuff you come up with, right? So just keep this stuff coming, and we'll get along fine. Daddy back on the line for Tucson. Looks like Mooner out there for Happy Valley. All right, the jam is on.
Daddy, it worked again. Yep.
Yep, Daddy hits that outside line. Nicely done. A little more room out there. We've got one white blocker in the box.
It's the kind of move you want to show to new jammers, especially that get low, because Daddy's able to get so low there. That lean in, it's flawless, keeping speed. Power jams, saddle tramps.
Yep, this is a great break for the hometown Tucson Saddle Tramps. Daddy getting cycled back to the back of the engagement zone, though.
Credit to Cookie there. Cookie knocks Daddy out of bounds, cycles back. So going to do their best to go ahead and kill this penalty. Daddy with outside, coming to the inside. Avoids the ref. Happy Valley recycle back. Daddy calls off the jam, icing the last few seconds. We have a power start also for Tucson, so Jaws out.
Yep, she'll be jamming unopposed here to begin.
Approaching through the center, Tucson holds to the rear position on the pack.
Yeah, they want to spring this thing out and make some room for their jammer.
Mooner's back on the track. Pack is split. There's lead.
Yeah, when those blockers in front go out of play, that is lead jammer time.
Jaws approaching, ready to pick up points. Mystery Meat headed to the box for Tucson. Mooner's able to come through. Successful star stash comes through. Initial pass. Jaws saw her coming, called off the jam. 3 points on the board and an official review for Tucson. Especially at the end of the game, if nothing more, just an extra opportunity to take a breath is always appreciated. Helenati Hypnotic Therapy on the jammer line. Oh, the last second. Oh! Turn one, not a place you want to be as a skater.
Yeah, the jammers are having a really tough time of it, and it looks like we've got a skater down on the track.
Hypnotic Therapy coming up a little slow. Knock it off.
Yeah, there was a lot of very physical action there in that first turn. Both jammers getting knocked around. But it looks like we're ready to get back to roller derby. Valkyrie taking the line for Happy Valley, and it is Pariah Carey for Tucson.
Valkyrie going to go ahead and take advantage of the Tucson pack disadvantage. Only 2 blockers, and again, I believe 1 blocker is in queue. So as quick as one's out, one's going back. And we are off, and boom, lead jammer, Happy Valley. Pariah Carey trying to take advantage. The two blockers able to work offense and defense. Sometimes that's easier when there's fewer of you to play the dual role there. Mystery Meat's back on the track. That's going to go ahead and send the other blocker, but that's 4 points on the board.
Back block on the jammer. Oh, a back blocking penalty on the Tucson jammer. Pariah Carey off the track.
Valkyrie able to take advantage of a little bit of a mash on the backside straightaway. Happy Valley blockers had pushed that inside lane open, took the hop, 4 points, takes the hop from 3 to 4 this time. 4 more on the board. Valkyrie approaching again, calling for the offense. Here we go. White jerseys coming in, meeting the black jerseys. Valkyrie taking the inside line, able to stay in bounds. 4 more points.
Yeah, nice balance there at the end of that pass. Valkyrie stays on her feet.
Pariah's back on the track inside the Happy Valley tripod. A little bit of offensive help coming back. Valkyrie knocked out of bounds and cycled back about 20 feet. Tucson tripod meets in the backside of the blocking. Now Happy Valley cycle back.
Yeah, Pariah Carey hit out to the inside, forced all the way back.
Valkyrie knocked out of bounds right before turn 3. We're seeing the same stuff. It's always a good sign.
The same thing keeps happening. It's like Groundhog Day.
All right, so heads up play by Mystery Meat. Looked like a star pass happened to Mystery Meat. Mystery Meat came out of the pack, was warned, you are not jammer, came back before an out of play return to fail, or failure to return.
Out on the track, it is Daddy jamming for Tucson. Looks like Busy Hummingbird out there jamming for Happy Valley. Both jammers working hard here in turn number 1. Still no lead jammer. What do you got, Barth?
So it looks like the official review was actually exactly what we were discussing. They were looking for an illegal star pass because apparently Mystery Meat's skate was out of bounds during the star pass. We said it. You're able, in that kind of situation, hand the star back, get it back again. It's exactly what happened. So that review is lost, but Daddy's got lead. Looks like Daddy may have taken a hit to the face.
Yeah, she's struggling a little bit down there in the apex. Hopefully they're going to be all right.
And at the end of the game here, it looks like everybody just kind of take a breather in the penalty box. Got a whole bunch of people going to the box and coming out. Busy came out, Daddy came out, puts the 4 points on the board, calls the jam.
5 seconds to go. All right, and it looks like the clock has wound down. There we go.
I was like, don't say it, don't say it. There it is. So we get the whistle. The unofficial score, Molly Morbids of Happy Valley 164, Saddle Tramps of Tucson 93. Everybody trying to take pictures of the scoreboard. It's much easier once it's official.
All right, and there it is, your final score. The Molly Morbids from Happy Valley 164, Tucson Saddle Tramps 93.
So both teams are done for the day. So we're going to see Tucson next when they play V-Town tomorrow at 3 o'clock Pacific time. We're going to go ahead and see Happy Valley come back at 1 o'clock Pacific time tomorrow against North Star. So still a couple more games to go. We said it before, juniors are coming up. After that, it's going to be SoCal versus Humboldt and North Star versus V-Town. My name is Party on Barth.
Yeah, I'm Jeff Mann. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you at the next game.
Enjoy.